welcome to the 2017 promotion ceremony at Thomas Fitzwater Elementary School. Let's give the class a round of applause. For those of you that know me, know that I tend to be long-winded on occasion. I will try not to be today. The weather is cooperating, so I want to make sure it continues to cooperate. First, I would like to invite the Student Council to come and lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Okay.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Each year as I stand up here, I notice that I see more and more familiar faces out there. I'm ending my 7th year as the principal of Thomas Fitzwater Elementary School. And I often reflect on when I first thought about applying for the position, I was told about this community, and to be honest, I didn't believe that it was as great as everyone was telling me. And what I found is it's so much better. So forgive me if I get a little emotional, because if you know me, once again, these are my kids. And I'm not going to look forward to not seeing them in the halls each day. So before I start crying, I'm going to introduce Dr. Wheeler. Please forgive her because she does. Are you quadruple booked today? I think she has about 6 places to be right now. So after her speech, she is going to be leaving. It's not that she does not love us. She does love us. But she can't be at 6 places at one time. Dr. Wheeler.
I leave here, I have to run over to the auditorium at the high school for the fort promotion ceremony. So I wish I could stay with you, but I can't. Well, good morning, 5th graders. Good morning. So how exciting this morning is. You've been looking forward to it for a very long time. So at the end of the summer, you will be moving to Sandy Run Middle School. How many of you are really excited? Show of hands. Excellent. Now, here we go. Honesty. How many of you are a little bit nervous? How many are both? Okay, very good. I want you to know that at Sandy Run Middle School, there is a teacher who is already waiting just for you. And there are new friends, maybe from some of the other elementary schools, who are already waiting just to meet you. And there are new activities just waiting for you to not only join them, but to make them even better than they are now. During your years here at Thomas Fitzwater, you have found at least one very special teacher. You have made some very special friends. You learned a lot. And it has been fun and wonderful. Right now, I'd like you to close your eyes. Close your eyes, please. Reach out and in your mind, hug Thomas Fitzwater. This will always be your special place. Okay, now open your eyes. And let's look forward together to your next special place, Sandy Run Middle School. You will forever be a cheetah. But after today, you will also be a Sandy Run Middle School Cardinal. So have a safe and fun summer, and we will meet again in September at Sandy Run Middle School. Congratulations, 6th graders.
Thank you, Dr. Wheeler. Now I would like to invite the peer mediators to do the pause pledge and lead us in our school song. You got to start.
I do pledge to do my best and use my head, to think and always do what's right.
Mr. Rizzo, you got the song cue? Okay. Thank you, and teachers, don't forget to do your attendance. I used to think that was a part of the song because that's what the children would say every time they sang. All right, now I would like to introduce someone very special, State Representative Tom Mert. He's here to give a Citizenship Award.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, boys and girls. Congratulations on your promotion. Boys and girls, as you know, citizenship is a very critically important part of your education here at Thomas Fitzwater, and especially throughout the Upper Dublin School District. Good citizenship makes a school better, a better place in which to learn. This morning we acknowledge 2 of your classmates for outstanding citizenship. In a school setting, there are many opportunities to show good citizenship, such as being kind to a new student in your class, supporting a classmate who may have had a family tragedy, or making friends with a student who's new to the Upper Dublin School District, or whose first language may not be English. We now recognize 2 of your classmates who have manifested these citizenship qualities and have excelled in this area. At this time, could Sanjeevi Iyer and Anthony Soriano please come forward?
Thank you. It's Dr. Mert, right? Not yet. Not yet? We're getting closer. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Mert. All right, at this time, I would like to invite students up to do their reflections. The first one will be from Mrs. Flynn's class, but Mrs. Flynn will introduce that student.
Good morning. I'd like to introduce Megan Kwan to represent 5A. If you were to travel back in time to September 1st, 2010, and sit down to watch the clock all the way to today, June 16th, 2017, you would see the clock's hands whiz around, crossing the numbers. A minute would feel like a second, while an hour would feel like a minute. It seemed that everyone lost track of time while learning and having fun. With the help of the teachers and staff, it was like entering a new phase of life. It was exhilarating, seeing the new faces that could be your best friends for life, and learning things you couldn't imagine. This school opened many pathways and opportunities for every student. Before I came to TF, I barely knew how to read or write. Now look at me. I have accomplished more than I could ever expect, like learning how to play violin and enjoying reading and writing. A few very special events that made my time here even brighter were all the games days that were filled with fun activities. And Jump Rope for Heart. Jump Rope for Heart was an event that was fun and educational. It taught us about keeping our hearts healthy by exercising and eating well. Another occasion was open house. This allowed me to be proud of what I had been working on during the school year and to show my parents my progress. Besides these events, people at Fitzwater have also made a great impact on my 6 years here. Some of these people would be Mr. Rochus, Mr. Herder, and Mrs. Flynn. Mr. Brocious, my 4th grade teacher, was special here because he made my love for math click with challenges and enjoyment. Without his kind support, my strong bond with my favorite subject would be lost. Mr. Herder didn't just make my days here more joyful with toys, but with his attitude. Him saying, "How you doing, Megan?" with that sparkle in his eyes was enough to make my whole day turn upside down in the best way possible. A person that made a positive difference on my life would be Mrs. Flynn. She unraveled a new passion that I've gained through the whole year learning from her. This passion that I've gained was reading and writing. She not only taught me how to be academically smart, but being also kind and caring to others. The fast clock from the beginning definitely did its job, fulfilling everything I imagined, and a little more. I would like to say thank you to Mr. Austin, my sister, all my teachers, staff, and most of all, my loving parents. I'm truly grateful for the support all of these people have given me throughout my 6 years here. Thank you for listening.
If you were here last year, for some reason I broke the microphone every single time. So far, it's working pretty well. I'm doing good, right? All right. Well, I have the pleasure of introducing to all of you from our Class 5B, Zachary Brown. Come on up.
Good morning. On behalf of my fellow 5th graders, I would like to thank the administrators, teachers, parents, family, and friends for attending our 5th grade promotion. To be honest, I cannot believe I'm standing here in front of all of you because public speaking is definitely not my favorite. My journey here at Thomas Fitzwater began in kindergarten. Miss Joyce was my kindergarten teacher, and I was so happy because my mom assured me Miss Joyce was kind, patient, and amazing. She would be a strong foundation for the start of my journey here at Thomas Fitzwater. Thank you, Miss Joyce, for allowing me to be me. Mr. Roser, thank you for helping me rebuild my confidence. I enjoyed coming to school every day because you always made learning fun and exciting. You were so kind, respectful, and understanding. What a great year. Miss Nelson, you taught me how to become a more confident writer and to enjoy reading. Maybe one day I'll write a book. Mr. Dugans, I cannot thank you enough for an amazing 5th grade year. It was my favorite year of all. I enjoyed all of the fun-filled days we all shared in your class and always felt safe, respected, challenged, accepted, prepared, and most of all very grateful for how much I grew as an individual in your class. I know I am well prepared for 6th grade. Well, it has not been all work and no play here at Thomas Fitzwater. To the many field trips our classes have taken over the years and class parties. Thank you to all the room moms and parents for the 6 years of amazing memories they made for all of us. To my awesome, supportive mom, you have always been my #1 fan, always encouraging me to do my very best, loving me and teaching me the importance of forgiving. Thank you for the countless hours you spent at the school over these past 6 years. I am sure you are sitting here today shedding tears of joy like every mother is doing today when they hear the son or daughter's name called. I am proud to be your son. Dad, for all the concepts you had to sit through, helping with homework or complaining that Mom dragged you to a class party. I know how proud you are of me today and always. Alexia and Joey, thank you for always helping me, supporting me, loving me, and setting great examples for me. I'm very grateful for our family. To say that today is an exciting day would be an understatement for sure. Today they stand with us proud of our accomplishments and ready to embrace us as we stand to hear our names called, as we look forward to the next phase of our new journey at Sandy Run Middle School. Let's commit to use all of the skills and knowledge we have gained here at Thomas Fitzwater. Let us be committed to be the best we can be and make our teachers, parents, family, and most of all ourselves proud. Remember, we never achieve success alone. There are always people around us to help make it happen. Thank you.
Wow. I just decided I'm not going to give a speech today because I simply can't compare. Thank you, Megan, and thank you, Zach, for destroying my confidence. At this time, I would like to talk about an award that means a lot to me. Many of you did know Terry Brewer. Actually, his father, George Brewer, was the first principal of Thomas Fitzwater Elementary School. He was the guy who opened the school. And Mr. Brewer, I'm talking about the son now, was known particularly for what he did in science and how he had a love and a passion for it, and he was able to make that passion contagious for students. So when we thought about doing an award for the student that was most improved, we couldn't think of a better person to honor than Mr. Brewer, because he had a way of making every child excited about science in particular, but just excited about learning. This year, we have seen tremendous growth from the 5th grade class. I hate to admit it, but I'm actually looking forward to getting the PSSA results back, because I think we did pretty well. Thank you, guys. But in the classroom, day in and day out, there were 2 students that showed that they wanted to do more while they were here. First, I would like to call Kennedy Stewart. Kennedy, I wish I could share your grades with everyone, but I can't because it's kind of against the law. But you did a phenomenal job. Kennedy, you've only been here since 3rd grade, correct? Yeah. But the amount of growth that she's shown, not only this year, but over the past 3 years, has been phenomenal. So let's give her one more round of applause. And the next student I've known a little bit longer, and when I talk about growth, I'm not just talking about academically. This young person has grown in ways that I never imagined. Nolan Broderick, please come up. Now, as I said, I've known Nolan a little bit longer, and we've had some times together. Haven't we? Yeah. Nolan was the first person that let me know that school just is not fun at all. I never met anyone that would rather spend time in the principal's office than do anything academic. But actually, now that I think about it, you made me feel better because you made me seem fun. So thanks, Nolan. But in particular, Nolan in math this year, it's incredible. In fact, if I were in school, I would switch names with you. Because when that PSSA comes back, I'm expecting great things. So let's give Nolan one more round. Okay, it's time for the 5th grade chorus. Mr. Rizzo, are we queued up? Okay. Awesome, guys. Mr. Rizzo, you did it again. I think you have like a bug in my house because each year you pick the song that we listen to in the household about 5 or 6 times a day, so you did it again. Next, I would like to introduce Mrs. Debbie Dow for the Ellen Burrows Award.
Ellen S. Burrows was an Upper Dublin Medal winner in 1986, a former school board member, and an advocate for schools and students. The Ellen S. Burrows Award is presented in her honor for outstanding qualities in promoting citizenship, displaying an understanding and appreciation of civic responsibility, having an all-around positive attitude and outstanding performance when participating in school activities and sports, all while possessing strength and character, as well as the courage to do what is right, no matter what personal sacrifices the students must make. I'm proud to present this year's awards to Rhea Sitman and Riley Wortman.
Guys, a little hint, if you get an award, your parents want to take pictures of you. So don't just come, don't run. We walk slowly so that our parents can get a great photo of us. Congratulations, girls. All right, next are our next group of student reflections. Mrs. Kim will introduce her student.
So for 5C, we have Grace Owens.
I'm Grace Owens in 5C. When I first came here to Thomas Fitzwater, it was harder for me because I didn't know anybody. I was moving from...
Way to go, Mr. Dugans.
Okay. I'm Grace Owens in 5C. When I first came here to Thomas Fitzwater, it was harder for me because I didn't know anybody. I was moving from Shawmham and I had lots of friends, and the teachers were caring. I quickly realized it was going to be a great new start. Mr. Burrows always had my back when I first moved here. Even though I have only been here for 2 years, I feel like I have always belonged to the Thomas Fitzwater family. This school is very special because on my first day, people comforted me and made me feel like I was home. Even when I was feeling down, I had my friends and supportive teachers to count on. The new friends I made helped me through challenges in school and at home. Moving was hard and I did not think I would make any friends. But I think when I took my first step into Thomas Fitzwater, I knew this was going to be the best years of my life. Miss Kim, my 5th grade teacher, motivated me to improve in math, reading, science, and social studies. Mr. Meyer is a special person who pushed me to make me feel confident in myself. All these people are very important in my life, and I am sad to say I'm leaving. Now I have to move again to Sandy Run. I know that I will keep branching off and meeting new friends while keeping all my current friends. I will keep striving to be a better person with the help of my new teachers. Like Thomas Fitzwater, I know the move will be easier than I think. My advice to 4th graders is to keep making friends throughout your last years at Thomas Fitzwater and trust the teachers of this great home.
Representing 5D, we have Mr. Robert Berry.
Good morning, Mr. Austin, staff, teachers, students, and our wonderful family and friends. My name is Robert Berry. I came to Thomas Fitzwater Elementary School in 3rd grade. I didn't know what life was going to be like, what new friends I was going to make, what kind of teachers I was going to have, and what was going to be different from where I came from. Then, after a short time, I had nothing to worry about, because I knew I wasn't alone. There were a bunch of other kids going through the same exact thing that I was. And And I know that I like being at Thomas Fitzwater way better than my last elementary school because I had made some of my best friends through 3rd to 5th grade. I will admit, it was hard at first to make friends here, but the teachers and the other students were very welcoming and they helped me fit right in. When talking with other students, their favorite special is usually gym. They like it because it is a time to get all of their energy out if they have been sitting in class all day, or they think of what fun game they are going to play when they get there. There are also some very artistic people that can't wait to go to art and create something beautiful. Some enjoy being given the freedom to sing some of our favorite songs and music. But library is my favorite special. Did you know that we have the best librarian in the whole entire world? When Miss Dassoff reads, she always reads with emotion, and she is always open to new ideas. Even when people drive her crazy, she's always stays calm and acts like it doesn't bother her. She has a very positive personality. I wasn't here in 2nd grade, so I missed Barter Day. And what I hear from my fellow classmates, it was really fun. I was here for the 3rd grade zoo trip though, and it was a good experience going with my friends and my teachers. Games Day is also really fun for me and my classmates. It's a time for competition, but all that matters is that you have a great time. Another big thing that my class did that they really enjoyed was talking art gallery. It was a time to talk about a person that they studied. The 5th grade play was also something that I and my classmates really enjoyed. It was a time. The Lion King is my favorite movie of all time, and the play was great. In closing, I would like to take this opportunity to thank Ms. Lynch, Mrs. Lynch, Mrs. Nelson, Mrs. Durbin, Mr. Dugans, and the Thomas Fitzwater staff for building my foundation of higher education. Lastly, I must take this time to thank my parents for showing me how education comes first. Thank you.
Great job. All right. Next, I would like to announce Mrs. Nelson, who's going to give the Creative Writing Award.
Why do we write? Writing is sharing. Through writing, we share our thoughts, ideas, and opinions about life, both in the nonfiction and fictional world. In school, we learn the rules of writing, but the fun part comes when we take those rules and rearrange them, when we really let our creativity run free. It is in those moments that magic happens. We are all writers. We all have a story to tell. But the students whose names will be called next have excelled this year in their creative writing. They have told their stories with humor, imagination, and an ability to draw their reader into the world they were reading. The Creative Writing Awards go to Miss Brinley Duffy, Miss Molly Tibbleham, Miss Sophia Gallagher, Miss Sanjeevi Iyer, Miss Nyla Matthew, and Mr. Jeffrey Jones. Thank you.
Now it's time for Mr. Dugans with the Math Award.
Yeah, don't break the microphone. Make sure don't break the microphone. All right. Well, folks, over the past years, I got to tell you, I've had the opportunity to teach some super talented students. All of the teachers here at Fitzwater, we do our best to try to instill the 21st century skills necessary for all the students to be successful. I may be a little biased, But I think our students, especially this year's graduating class, has so many talents that's going to really propel them into the future. That's not me, Joe. Our students are strong leaders and writers. As you saw this year's 5th grade performance, they can act, they can sing, and dance. They can also add, subtract, multiply, divide, and problem solve. One thing I have to tell you is that this year's class has our largest number of students entering some form of accelerated math in 6th grade next year. Quite an accomplishment, guys, quite an accomplishment. Each year we award a student who shows through math assessments, continental math tests, and other assessments the Math Achievement Award. I have to be honest with you. Now, I consider myself a relatively intelligent person, but this student numerous times this year would come up to me and say, Mr. Dugan, this is the way the problem should be done. And, I mean, just the other day, this person came up to me and said, I don't know if you added the rubric correctly, but you missed it by a point. So when it comes time for me to finish my quantitative portion of my statistics, I'm coming looking for you. Just wanted you to know that. It gives me great pleasure this year to award this year's math award to a very, very talented math student, Miss Ada Kaplan.
Good job. Okay. Now I would like to introduce our board member that will be giving a wonderful speech. Now we were talking about it. Don't be nervous. Everybody's better than me, so. Miss Nita Hester.
Good morning, parents, students, faculty, and staff. It is a pleasure to be with you on this occasion, but I'm going to be very brief today. About 5 or 6 years ago, most of you walked through the doors of this school not knowing what to expect. You knew you were in a big building with so many different grown-ups and students, but you may not have fully appreciated some of the challenges you were about to face. And what were they? You learned how to read, you learned how to write, you learned mathematics, geography, history, and science. And now you have successfully completed the requirements of 5th grade, and you're moving on to the middle school. What can you expect? You can expect to face a challenging academic environment. You can expect the continued help and support of your family, teachers, and your community. You can expect to meet and make new friends and form new bonds. And you can expect to have new, exciting, fun-filled experiences. I know you're 5th graders, but some of you may remember a story from your youth called The Little Engine That Could. You may recall that the little engine had to meet the challenge of pulling a train full of toys and goods up a very steep hill. And as the train chugged up the steep hill, the little engine kept telling itself, I think I can, I think I can, I think I can, I think I can. I came here today to encourage you to be the little engine that could, to embrace the challenge and experiences of learning and growing up at the middle school, to chug along, because I know you can, I know you can, I know you can, I know you can.
Thank you, Mrs. Hester. And you had children that went through Fitzwater, right? Yeah. Oh, excellent. Okay, now is a very entertaining part for me. We're actually going to have the teachers present each one of their classes. But it's entertaining for me because I know that each one of them has been working on their speeches for what, about 6 months now? No, I'm jokes. Relax. Okay, I'll be here all week. You guys know I'm funny. Just relax. I know you're not giving a speech and introducing kids. Okay. We'll start off with Mrs. Flynn 5A.
That was a close one. All right. Congratulations, parents of 5A. I've really enjoyed teaching your kids this year. This is a good photo opportunity, too. So when you hear your name, please stand and let your parents take a picture of you. All right? We have Sarah Berger, Mason Bondi, Kajon Brown, Erin Byrne, Sarah Cohen, Brinley Duffy, Jacob France, Bobby Keck, Andrew Kim, Molly Kibblehan, Anthony Coe, Sammy Lippo, Jacob Misher, Aiden Palmer, Jamie Paul, Ben Pinkos, Megan Kwan, Rhea Sitman, and Owen Smith. Congrats, guys.
Okay, from 5B, before I introduce, I have to tell you, this class has so much personality. I mean, just to give 2 examples, I have one student that showed me a card trick at the beginning of the year, and I have been begging since then, if you can just show me how to do this trick, because I can't figure it out. She won't show me. I don't know, she will not show me this card trick. And the other day, I had another student who was eating some Fritos, and today I made a joke about how one of my favorite snacks. That was my end of the year gift, a bag of Fritos. I love the class was great. Here we go. Allison Edelman. Bridget Brady. Zachary Brown. Makai Bird. Oren Dalgarno Platt. Adam Eloy. Connor Ems, Kristen Foster, Sophia Gallagher, Sanjeevi Iyer, Dedrick Jackson, Ada Kaplan, Bryson Knight, Ella Lyon, Jaden McCool, Dylan Marks, Megan McGinley, Jerry Nasons, Jacob Rifkin, Jason Beck, and last but not least, Abby Wolf.
Okay, 5C, remember, stand up, let your parents take your picture. I know Tiffany's going to pose, so Mom, Mrs. Chung, you ready? You ready? Mrs. Banks, you're first, so are you ready? Okay, here we go. Zachary Banks. Nora Brady. Anna Kaplan. Tiffany Chung. John Conley, Michael Croak, Nick Cummings, Trinity Green, Vincent Lappa, Nyla Matthew,
Katie O. Grace Owens. Dominic Plateau. Sam Rock. Carly Silver. Jack Stelling. Raleigh Wortman. David Weinberger. Jake Yahab. And my last student, Edward Dow.
To the parents of both 5B and 5D, it has been my honor and pleasure to teach your children this year, and thank you for sharing them with me this year. Ready, 5D? We have Miss Gianna Bevilacqua, Mr. Nolan Broderick, Ms. Ashley Drummond, Mr. Tommy Grass, Mr. Jackson Hirsch, Ms. Maisie Johnson, Mr. Jeffrey Jones, Ms. Janisha Lamb, Ms. Alyssa Levito, Mr. Samuel Lee, Ms. Natalie Marshall, Mr. Cole Pedroso, Mr. Christian Rouse, Ms. Allison Rubenstein, Mr. John Lucas Sharino, Mr. Anthony Soriano, Ms. Kennedy Stewart, Ms. Delaney White, and Mr. Jamil Wright.
Okay. Mr. Meyer is going to come give our club recognitions.
Good morning, everybody. Something that is very special to being in fifth graders is the unique opportunity to join clubs. The character education that the students gain from their involvement in school activities is immeasurable. Every student involved gave so much of themselves to improve their school community and grew greatly as TFES students. We are all better people because of their hard work, and I'm proud to have worked with so many of these wonderful students throughout the school year. It is my pleasure to introduce our fifth grade clubs. Students, please stand when your club is announced. Members of the Student Council. Peer mediators. Members of our service corps. Reading Olympiads. Math Olympiads. Safeties. Art helpers. Gym helpers. Members in the play. And members from band and orchestra. Congratulations, fifth grade students.
Thank you, Mr. Meyer. As you can see, we have a very active bunch. Next, I would like to invite Mrs. Jeannie Matthews to say goodbye to some of our Fitzwater families.
Okay, the following families are here today to celebrate the promotion of their youngest children at Thomas Fitzwater Elementary School. So congratulations to these families. The Edelmans, Banks, Bevilacqua, Berger, Brady, Brown, Bondi, Byrne, Kaplan, Chadwick, Chungs, Condry, Drummonds, Albany, Foster, Gress, Ayer, Johnson, Jung, Coe, Knight, Lamb, I'm not done yet, Lappas, Lippos, Franks, Marshalls, Misher, Masons, Palmer, Paul, Quan, Rice, Rifkin, Rock, Rouse, Sharino, Silver, Smith, Spurt, Feck, Weinberger, White, Wolf, Wright, and Zhao. Congratulations. We will miss you all, and good luck.
Thank you, Mrs. Matthews. All right. I am going to attempt to put some thoughts together. I want to start off by acknowledging that everyone who has given a speech today did a far better job than me. I'll give you an example. When I started today, did I introduce myself? No. My name is Mr. Peter Alston. I am the proud principal of Thomas Fitzwater Elementary School. I really haven't shared this with a lot of people, but right now, my dad isn't doing too well. He's very sick. Please don't start, because I told you I do not want you to cry. So, but as I think about you, I think about him, and I think about one of the main things he taught me. I've always been a rather large person, so even if I wanted to hide, I couldn't. So the advice he gave me was, you will be seen. Make sure that you're a person that's worth being seen. You have control over that. The way that you carry yourself, your gifts, your talents, and the way that you share them makes you worth being seen. I want to let you know that this staff, we see you, and we're proud of you. We couldn't be more proud than we are today. In fact, I wish Dr. Wheeler was still here. I just thought about something. Maybe I can change everyone's grades so that we can keep you for one more year. And I just want to thank you for your time, but they're not being promoted. They're not going to 6th grade.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
No. But you guys are truly special. Whether you came here in kindergarten or if you came this year, you've impacted who we are as a community. So what I would ask you to do is when you go to Sandy Run and beyond, because I know Sandy Run is just a next step for you, make sure that you are worth being seen. So thank you. This year, our 5th grade had the opportunity to go to New York again, and they saw a wonderful play. I just want to make sure that I mention that Mrs. Kim did not invite me, and I was personally offended. I just wanted to share that because we're friends. But I did not have the opportunity to go this year, but I heard it was fun by all, and this was one of the songs from that show.
Hold your breath. Make a wish. Count to 3. Come with me, and you'll be in a world of your imagination.
Okay. So this is the end of this part. Parents, I invite you to join us in the cafeteria. Students will go back to the classes, and then they will join you afterwards. Thank you so much for coming out today.